Continue to grow as it has. Their fans' excitement has grown right along with it.
I mean, this is one of the toughest buildings in the NBA to play in right now because of just how fired up these fans have become during this streak.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Hill is out there with George Hill. And it's Hibbert in at center. Now here is Hill. Hill left side. And so they foul intentionally.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
George against Cooper. Outside Hill. There's the pass to Hill. Clock at 6. A three-pointer off the mark. Orlando with the ball. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Now here is Hill. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami.
And no question, you look at his assist totals, and they tell you what a nice job he was doing, really spreading that ball around.
Here's Hill. Outside for George. High post shot. The shot no good. Excellent D from Money. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Oladipo. Pass to Cooper. The 3. That's good.
Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. To end the run. Outside Hill. Clock at 6. Here's George. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, they had to take the lid off the hoop, I guess, but they finally get one to go there.
Yeah, a bit of an unsettled start. I mean, maybe that'll get them going.
Cooper against George. Now, here's Oladipo. He's guarded closely.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Outside, George. West to screen on Davis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. George has got his second basket of the game. Magic leading by 3. Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. And that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thanks, Doris.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Hill. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. He'll take that.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Heat.
Well, shooting as poorly as they did, there was very little chance they were going to win that game, guys.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in the game that I saw. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys became contagious and became a cold night for everybody.
Hill has the open look. Indiana again missing. Magic leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. No good from Money. Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. George dishes to Hill. Right side Hill. Poked away. Pass break. Here come the Magic. Oladipo's running. Money passes to Cooper. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cooper's got 5 now.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Hill kicks to George. Hibbert with a screen on Cooper. George dishes to Hibbert. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Magic.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here's Money. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And down it goes, jamming that one home. Mark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
And Davis sends it back. Here's Money. He's guarded by Hill. Money passes to Davis. Here's Cooper. Here's Money. 6 points for him. Passes it to Oladipo. It's tipped. Here's George. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Here's Money following the score by Indiana. In low to Davis. Hill with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami. Here's George. No luck. Great D that time from Davis. Magic leading by 3. Here's Money. He trains the quick shot. Money's got 8 points.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Hill kicks to George. Hibbert with a screen for George. Hill has the open look. Offline with his 3. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Cooper the pass to Money. From deep. An absolute pound from three-point range. He's got 11.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances.
Your Magic Dancers.
They're hitting their shots.
Pacers trail by 8. Hill dishes to George. West a screen on Cooper. It's back to Hill. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Remember in that last matchup, they really snuck out a win, a close game. When it came down to a few versions, I thought was the difference.
Here's West. Eyes yet again. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. They double him with George. Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And there's the pass to Cooper. Shot clock at 6. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. Cooper's got 7 points in the game.
Now, I'll tell you what, they've been a step slow here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they're allowing too many open shots. They seem a little sluggish to me.
Shot from the wing. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
I can't hear you, man. Show them why you're the 6th man.
Indiana making some changes. Sims is checked in, and it's Kyle O'Quinn in for David West. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. Well, you look at Money, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Well, despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
You know what? I think you're right there. I probably would too, Steve, if I were as strong a defender as he is. That wasn't the case when I played. He is so active. Great anticipation. I think he's at the top of the defensive list for that reason.
Harris is checked in for Orlando. And a change for the Pacers. Rudez checked in for Solomon Hill. George with the bucket.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Money passes to Vucevic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Vucevic.
The first one falls. Gordon's checked in for Orlando. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Pacers trail by 11. And George kicks to Sims. George against Gordon, and stolen by Gordon. For the finish, hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now here's Green, right now averaging 5 points a game. Floats a runner, and that one's good. George has got 11.
What a tough shot. Those runners are not easy.
Here's Money, guarded by Green, and slam dunk by Harris.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
And here are the Pacers now, following the bucket by Orlando. Sims, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Magic leading by 11. Here's Money, 11 points in the game. Left side Harris, back to Gordon. The dish to Oladipo, just 5 on the clock. Kicks to Vucevic, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how Indiana ranks league-wide. First in opponent offense, second in free throw percentage, and they're number 2 in keeping that opponent's shooting percentage low. This is a team that really gives up no easy looks at the basket.
Now, those are impressive numbers, but the big one, Clark, to me, is opponents' points per game first, as you mentioned. And that's just a case of a team playing extremely hard on a night-to-night basis. And it's also a well-coached, disciplined approach, because you can't play good defense unless all 5 guys are on the same page at one time.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
They double him with George, and Indiana called for the foul. Orlando making some changes. Jason Smith comes in for Vucevic, and it's Payton in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Money, tries a 3 off the inbound, and he gets it to go. Money's got 14 points for the game. Oh, with that last title, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pile.
Here's O'Quinn. He hasn't yet put up any points in this.
Nice work on D.
Checked in. From the floor for Orlando. The Pacers making a change here. Pacers trail by 8 on the court for Indiana. Kyle O'Quinn out there with West. Then there's Solomon Hill. Then it's George Hill. And it's Rudez in at the shooting guard position. No good from outside. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Hornets got the job done. He finished with 57 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. Just absolutely incredible. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
That's good. Money's got 4 points this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Hill. The feed to O'Quinn. West inside, and he lays it straight in. West has got his second bucket.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard, and he gets it to go. Pacers trail by 9. Outside Hill. Pass to Rudez from the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Davis with a screen on Hill. Here's Money. Tries again. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? He's got 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 7. It's back to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 5 points so far.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
Here are the Magic now. They've led by as many as 14 points. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game, and that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home.
I think a lot of people will be paying close attention to that Boston game, guys.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 5. Wants to get it to Hill, and does. All alone. Jump shot is good that time. Orlando leading by 6. Oladipo, the pass to Money. Hill against Oladipo. Pass to Money. From deep. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Hill drives in. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Outside Hill. It's stolen by Oladipo. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Hill has the open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
The Magic have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Just absolute domination in this one for Money. He has 23 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions. And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Down low. Here's Oladipo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
The drive by Hill. Goes back up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But Sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And the second free throw, good. Orlando leading by 9. And Hill over to help. Oladipo, the pass to Money. Lets it go from 11, and it's Orlando with another.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Pacers trail by 11. Hill kicks to Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. Dishes to West. Pass to Rudez. Feeds it to Hill. Shot clock at 5. And the pass to Rudez. Off target from three-point range.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting's really suffered.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it. Ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
I don't think anybody knew where it was going to go.
Here's Hill following the bucket by Orlando. They set the pick. Hill drives in. It's back to Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana. It's tipped. Outside Hill. Now here is Hill. Not a lot of room. Hill dishes to O'Quinn. Kicks to West. And he drops in the layup off the glass. West has got 7.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Money passes to Davis. It's blocked. Here's Rudez, guarded by Oladipo. There's the dish to O'Quinn. And now Orlando on the break. Here's... Pacers trail by 13. Hill kicks it to West. Outside Hill. And they go to the intentional foul. Tobias Harris is checked in for Cooper. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Vucevic against Hibbert. Right side Hill, just 4 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Green. Misses the 3.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And there's the feed to Davis. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Money, guarded by Green. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Another shot. There's the block. On the wing, Green. Hibbert dishes to George.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Green, the pass to Sims. They set the pick. And George kicks to Green. Again, the miss by Green. Magic leading by 13. Here's Money. He's got 27. And Hill over to help. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So for the Magic, Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Davis. And it's Payton in for Oladipo. The drive by Green. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. That doesn't go either for Green.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Money. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. That's 29 points for Money.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Hibbert kicks to Hill. Hibbert with a screen on Peyton. Tries to keep it alive. Takes a shot at the elbow. Harris with it. Picked up by Hibbert. Peyton dishes to Gordon. Here's Money, defended by George. 6 on the shot clock. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. The Magic making a switch here.
Too many turnovers.
And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 15. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. And Roy, what do you think the team needs to do coming up in the second half?
I think we need to take care of the ball on the offensive end. Get back, but you got to do a better job of just controlling the pace of the game. You know, you give a little bit of leeway, but I think we can do a better job in that aspect.
Roy, as always, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on...
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there.
You're back. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, Money, he's in at point guard. Davis is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Cooper in at the 3. Magic leading by 14. And Hill over to help. Money passes to Oladipo. Pass to Money. 6 to shoot. Pass to Cooper. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Had so much space there. The defense really not showing him the respect. You can see his eyes get wide.
All by himself. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Pacers trail by 18. Hill kicks to Hill. Outside Hill. He dishes it to West. West setting the pick for Hill. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises and so forth, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
It's Hill on the wing. He's got 8. That's good. Hill's got 10 points in the game.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Here's Money, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on David West. For Orlando, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That free throw good for Money. Both free throws good for Money. Pacers trail by 21. Hill kicks it to West. Dishes to George. George double teamed. Another steal. Here's Money. He's got 31. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Money's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Indiana shooting 41% for the game. Hill dishes to George. It's back to Hill. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
So far in the game for Hill, 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Both free throws good from Hill. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Money. Hits the front of the rim and out.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And with this quick break and flow, let's take a look now and select from a group of point guards that have been killing it from three-point range over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Money. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And he's just so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens up passing and driving lanes for him.
I really like the three-point shot as a very useful weapon for a point guard. I mean, it should be part of his arsenal. And this guy uses it as good or better than anyone else in the league.
He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And George kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Hibbert. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. Hill has the open look. Indiana again missing.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been
At least for today.
And there's the bucket for Money.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like. Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. First in opponent offense. Second in opponent shooting percentage. And they also show up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. That's elite-level marksmanship at the stripe.
Now, those are impressive numbers, but the big one, Clark, to me, is opponents' points per game first, as you mentioned. And that's just a case of a team playing extremely hard on a night-to-night basis. And it's also a well-coached, disciplined approach because you can't play good defense unless all 5 guys are on the same page at one time.
Back to Oladipo. Inside runner, and again it's Orlando converted.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Here is Hill. He's got 10. Davis with the block.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for George. Last 10 games for him have been excellent, averaging about 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 2.5 steals. So much of what this team does on offense comes from him.
Exactly. I mean, he's their leading scorer, and a lot of the possessions run through him.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Pacers. Here's Money. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Outside Hill. He kicks it to George. Here's the screen. Hill passes to George. George double teamed. Clock at 4. Here's Hibbert. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
For mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Rudez checked in for Hill. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Money. He has 38 in the game. Feeds to Davis. That's good. Davis has got 12 in the game.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Hibbert with a screen for George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Rudez. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Pacers making this 10. Boy, 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You look at Orlando. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Indiana, they're 5 spots away.
When I look at Orlando, they've been just as tough as everybody expected coming into this season. I mean, one of the teams with a legit chance in my mind to win it all.
Man, with the playoffs rapidly approaching, Clark, I mean, this is what you work all season for. They've got to be excited and prepared for the challenge.
George, from 13 feet, it goes down. George has got 18 points in the game.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Here's Money. He's guarded by Hill. Oladipo against Green. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. The Pacers making a change here. Sims is checked in. Both free throws good from Green. Magic leading by 23. Here's Money, and he's got 41. They double him with George. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Gordon checked in for Orlando. The Magic have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now, here's Green. Back to George. George double teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And it's Green missing.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Finished off the break. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Hill kicks to Green. Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, a great effort.
That's doing some skyscraping.
And we're talking about a point guard there, Kevin. He can really raise up.
A flashy pass, monster dunk, whatever it is. I mean, this guy's got the versatility to do it.
Sims dishes to George. Here's O'Quinn, and Green now, top of the key. Again, the miss by Green.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the Magic. Payton comes in for Victor Oladipo. And so here's Orlando. Payton outside. The pass to Money. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The drive by Green. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Green's got 6 points.
Now, it looks like he's starting to get things going here after that scoreless first half.
Payton with a screen on Green. Here's Money. Davis kicks to Gordon. No good on the three.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Here's George. Here's O'Quinn. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. O'Quinn's got his first bucket in this one. Orlando's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the three ball well. Here's Money. He has 45 points. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hill's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside, Green. It's back to Hill. Over in the corner, Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. First one falls for him. And Orlando making a change here.
What kind of passing is that?
Suitors. Hill's checked in. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Now George with 2 seconds left. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Magic shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. On the court for Indiana. We've got West. Also Wennington out there. And it's Knox in at the 3, the small forward. Here's the floater. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well defended. And he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Green passes to Wennington. West right side. Releases from 15. That is good. And so here's Orlando. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Cruz checked in for the Pacers. Here's Money. Payton up top. Outside Turner. 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
One aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Here's Money, guarded by Green. No one near Turner as he lets it go.
Jason Smith.
The Pacers making a switch here.
Substitution for the Pacers. Ken Blackwell.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Rudez passes to Blackwell. Here's Knox. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Out to Payton. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
Here's Blackwell. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Outside Turner. Pass to Money. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Pass to Smith. Here's Money. Clock at 6. Lets it go. Again, the Magic score.
Now he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
And Indiana shooting not great, 40% for the game. Blackwell, the pass to Wennington. And stolen by Fry. And Turner with a clear path to the rack.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Wennington, and he uses the glass on the layup.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he gets the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Blackwell, the pass to Drew. Rebound by the Magic. And they're moving it up. Moving it up, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
I know you agree with that, Steve.
No, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
From 11 feet away. Gets it to go. That one good for Money. Money's got 4 this quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
And the shot is good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Wennington. That one's off. Still out of sync. Orlando's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Money passes to Payton. Lets the 3 fly, and Turner with the basket on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 4 assists now tonight. Pacers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Tipped away. And another fast break for Orlando. The Magic running.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run out, Steve. That's perfection to me.
Blackwell, the pass to Wennington. Fast break. Here come the Magic.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
Well, the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Gordon's checked in for Channing Frye. The Pacers also with a sub. Sims is checked in. Here's Drew, covered by Smith. Rudez nailed from three-point land.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Money. Pulls up, high post, and again it's Orlando converting.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
From about 19 feet, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Well, Orlando's shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
At the line, shooting 2.
That's good for money.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Both free throws good for money. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Blackwell, the pass to Drew. Excellent defense there from Smith.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
It's a real alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Blackwell. Pass to Knox. And there's the pass to Drew. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Blackwell.
And so here's Orlando. Here's Money. Money from the wing. Money's got 57 points. Pacers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Kicks it to Sims. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Henry Sims. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Lee's checked in for the Magic.
Nice shooting.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, with a game like tonight, you were all over the place. A triple-double in the box score. Would you consider this one of your better games of the season thus far?
For real, the triple-double? Yeah, I didn't even know that. I guess I would have to say it's one of the better ones I played then. Really, I'm just happy how the team competed and that we got the win. Personal stats are secondary to that, always.
Congratulations, Kevin. You're going to deliver it. Take some chops.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Player of the Game.